fact, the Casey you knew was a nice person to you.
Yes.
She treated you with respect.
Yes.
She looked out for you and the other girls.
Yes.
And was she considered like a big sister to the girls or something like that?
Yes.
Explain that.
She always made sure that we were okay, that we were taken care of, and that we weren't in harm's way at all.
And that's because, as described by Mr. George in this incident, sometimes when people are drinking alcohol and they see a pretty girl, they may take liberties that they normally wouldn't do.
Yes.
And Casey was somewhat of a protector to prevent something like that from happening to you guys.
Yes.
You don't know anything that happened on June 16, 2008 as it relates to Kaylee, do you?
I do not.
And you have no information to help this jury decide or know what happened to her on June 16, 2008, do you?
I do not.
Or for any other date, for that matter?
No.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I just have a couple of quick questions for you. You stated that Casey was kind to you.
She was.
And she was nice to everyone.
Yes.
And she treated everyone with respect.
Yes.
And was courteous.
Yes.
And in fact looked out for all of you girls.
She did.
And she mentioned or gave an example about her daughter when you guys were talking in the bathroom.
Yes.
And did you ever see Casey drink or get drunk?
No.
Do you have anything that can help this jury understand, or actually, let me rephrase that. Do you have any information? Did you witness or see anything as to what may have happened to Kaylee that you can tell this jury?
As far as anything.
How she died?
No.
I have no further questions.
She stayed the night that night, correct?
Yes, sir.
The following day, did you spend with her?
Yes, I did.
Did you go to classes?
No, I played hooky.
You played hooky?
Yes, sir.
Why'd you play hooky?
Didn't feel like leaving bed.
Didn't feel like what?
Didn't feel like leaving my bed.
Before you even met Casey, you knew Casey had a daughter.
Yes.
And that was okay with you?
Yeah.
You didn't have any issues with dating a girl who had a child?
No.
And you liked Kaylee?
Yes, I did.
And the times that you saw Casey interacting with her daughter, was it in a loving manner?
Yes, sir.
Did you see Casey be attentive to Kaylee?
Yes, sir.
Did you see Casey ever neglect Kaylee in any way?
No.
Did you see did Kaylee ever go without any food?
No.
In fact, most of the interaction that you observed with Casey and Kaylee was that she was a good mother, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what happened.
From where I just wrote my statement, she was going near the pool, and she didn't want her to go near the pool, obviously. Tyler likes to mosey on off sometimes, and she got probably too close to the pool. Too close to the pool.
And what did Casey do when she got too close to the pool?
What any other mother would do, try to stop her from getting from the pool. Stop, hey, stop, you know?
And was it your impression that Kaylee really enjoyed the pool?
Yes, sir.
And you had an opportunity to see that?
Yes.
I want to start off and I want to talk about Kaylee. Now, we talked yesterday about the interaction that you saw between Kaylee and Casey.
Yes.
What I didn't ask you is, did you ever have the opportunity to see Kaylee laughing with Casey?
Yes.
Did you ever see Kaylee hugging Casey?
Yes.
Did you ever see Kaylee run to Casey?
Yes.
Did that affection appear genuine to you?
Yes.
Was she faking that?
No.
Sustain.
Did it appear to you to be a lot of love between Kaylee and Casey?
Objection, same objection, it's speculation.
I think,
Overruled.
yes. And explain to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury what you observed as to their interactions.
From what I can remember, it was completely. She'd have a book. She'd have her teddy bear. We would go down to the pool, teaching her how to swim. Talk about Kaylee. Kaylee liked to Dora the Explorer and could count to 40 in Spanish, which was pretty incredible for her age. And she was a great little girl.
And who taught her how to count to
The
40
Dora
in Spanish?
Explorer. From what my knowledge was her favorite show.
Okay. And how often during that time did you see Casey and Kaylee hugging and showing affection with one another?
Pretty much the whole time.
Now, I don't want you to tell us what the secret is, but I do want to ask you, was that secret told before Casey got arrested?
Yes.
And in fact, well, let me ask you, did Casey ever tell you she loved you?
Yes.
Did you ever tell Casey you loved her?
Yes.
As she almost nearly runs to the back of her car, and I'm walking, just thinking, okay, here we go, little funny time here between her and I. As I get towards the end of the car, right at the passenger rear, just where the taillight and stuff is at, Casey opens up the trunk, throws the trunk open, reaches in and grabs the gas cans. She said, here, I hate to say this, here's your fucking gas cans, and places them down on the ground and slams her trunk.
You recall Agent Scott Bowling saying, okay, when she popped the trunk, were you back at the back of the car? And you answered, yeah, there was definitely, I could see clothes back there. Do you recall making that statement, sir?
I don't recall making that statement, but presumably, I guess I did if it's written down there in written word.
So your testimony under direct examination that you couldn't see what was in the trunk of the car was not true, sir.
Objection. Overruled.
You may answer.
I don't recall exactly if I saw clothes in their car or not. I was at the passenger rear corner of the car when Casey pulled the gas cans out.
You know that the trunk of this car is an issue in this case, do you not, sir?
Absolutely, I know that.
And you know, by coming and testifying for the prosecution, that you couldn't see in the trunk of the car would give the impression that you weren't close enough to smell it.
Objection.
Don't you, sir?
Argumentative. Sustain as to that question.
Mr. Anthony, you actually were close enough to smell the trunk of that car, were you not?
The only smell that I had was of smell of gas cans when they're placed on the ground in front of me.
And you did not smell any smell of human decomposition on June 24th of 2008 in the trunk of your daughter's car?
Did not.
Did you make any statements to law enforcement prior to this, prior to July 31st, 2008?
You're trying to confuse me here. But when you get into this thing with you and I, sir, you're going off in a way to get me more upset, and I don't think that's fair.
Take the jury out.
All rise for the jury.
You took a few pictures of the defendant and Kaylee during the time that you dated, is that correct?
I did.
At some point after July 16th of 2008, did you sell those pictures?
I did.
Who did you sell them to?
The Globe magazine.
Did you approach them or did they approach you?
They approached me.
Do you recall about when this was?
I'd say August 2008.
And did you sell the pictures that you had to the Globe?
I did.
And how much money did you receive for those pictures?
The total was about $4,000.
I'd like to show you a photograph. Can you see that photograph?
No. Oh, there it is. Yes,
Okay. You know what that photograph is, right?
I do.
And this was a photograph that you posted on your MySpace?
It is.
Okay. And this was posted on your MySpace around the time you were dating Casey?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. And is this a fair and accurate representation of the photograph that you posted on your MySpace?
Yes.
And did she ever go hungry?
Kaylee? No.
Was Casey a good mother to her?
From what I saw,
Sustain.
Did you ever see Kaylee hugging Casey?
yes.
And did that appear genuine to you?
Yes. Oops.
Sustain.
Was she happy?
Was who happy?
Kaylee. Was Kaylee happy with Casey?
I can answer this one?
Yeah. If you know.
Yes. She appeared happy, yes.
Yes.